I have the best mom in the entire world, and whatever I am is because of her. I grew up in a tiny one-bedroom apartment on the damp outskirts of the city. My mom raised me entirely by herself. She worked 3 separate jobs just to keep the electricity on and put warm food on our small kitchen table. She was a waitress at a local diner during the early morning, cleaned towering office buildings late into the night, and picked up double shifts at a neighborhood grocery store. Despite that grueling schedule, she always found time to make me feel like the absolute center of her universe. She somehow managed to make incredible home-cooked meals from scratch almost every single night. I would wake up to the smell of fresh pancakes or come home from school to a warm pot of stew simmering on the stove. I still have absolutely no idea when she found the time to grocery shop or cook, but she always made sure I had a full stomach and a warm plate waiting for me. She gave me the only bedroom in our apartment. She made a makeshift bed on our lumpy living room sofa every single night for 18 years. She literally wore the exact same pair of faded black work shoes for 4 straight years. She taped the soles back together just so she could afford to buy me a brand new winter coat when the December weather turned freezing. Through all the extreme financial struggles and physical exhaustion, I never once saw her cry. She carried the heavy weight of our entire world on her shoulders with a quiet and unbreakable grace. Even though she worked all weekend, she always carved out special moments just for us. She would take me to the local park on Sunday afternoons during her 1-hour lunch break. We would sit on the wooden swings and talk about my future. When she finally got home exhausted on Sunday nights, she would still pull me onto the couch, cuddle with me, and watch my favorite movies. She gave me more pure, unconditional love than I could have ever possibly asked for. I remember one specific Tuesday evening when I was a junior in high school. I was struggling with an incredibly difficult calculus project. My mom walked through the front door after working a brutal 14-hour shift. Her uniform was stained and she looked completely drained of all energy. Instead of going to sleep, she sat down right next to me at the kitchen table. She did not know how to solve the complex math equations, but she stayed awake with me until 2 in the morning. She made me hot tea and simply refused to let me give up on myself. When I was accepted into my absolute dream university, the massive tuition cost felt like an impossible mountain. I walked into the kitchen to tell her my final decision to decline the offer. She stopped me before I could even get the words out and placed a certified cashier check right on the counter. I found out much later that she quietly went to a private jeweler and sold her grandmother's vintage diamond wedding ring. She completely traded away her most prized possession just so I could have a real shot at a better life. Fast forward to today. I took the education she sacrificed everything for and started my own business right out of college. It completely took off and the company is doing absolutely amazing. I bought her a beautiful sprawling estate where she now lives an incredibly comfortable life. She is surrounded by private chefs who cook whatever she wants so she never has to touch a stove again. I send her on a new luxury vacation every single month to see the world. She still humbly tells me she is perfectly fine sitting in economy, but I always pay the extra money to make sure she gets a first-class seat. She gave me her absolute all growing up, so I want to give her more than my all for the rest of her life. She is my absolute hero. Subscribe for more daily videos.